All right, we're live yet? I think we're live. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Vays, coming to you late in the day this Saturday, Eastern time. I am in Panama. I'm only here for the weekend. I was listening to YouTube earlier. And I have to do a meetup in less than an hour. So we're going straight to the charts, not going to waste any time. And then I got to get to the meetup place. Just the day got away from me a little bit. All right, this is a horrendous look of the monthly chart. You cannot deny the fact that we're already about 10 days in. We're almost a third of the month in. And, oh wait, today's the 7th, and not really a third. We're a week in to the month. And we are fully below both moving averages. That is not a good sign at all. And all signs do point to the ultimate support level of the 50-week moving average. And we will see if we will get there. Someone's asking if I'm watching the UFC fight tonight. I'm not really a UFC guy. I used to be a big boxing guy. But then when I watched a horrendous decision of Tom Bradley Jr. Beating Manny Pacquiao, and I was watching that fight closely, and I was like mentally scoring every round. And Pacquiao won at least 12 rounds, at least 10 out of the 12 rounds, at least. He might have won every single round. Maybe he lost one, maybe. And then Timothy Bradley ends up getting the decision to win that fight. And after that, I wasn't interested in boxing anymore. It was just, it became too corrupt of a sport the moment I saw that. And I think that was like maybe 15 years ago or something. Yeah, it was bad, like 10 or 15 years ago, wherever it was. But prior to that, I was a huge boxing fan. Maybe it wasn't that long, but it was like 9 years ago. It feels forever ago because I stopped watching boxing after that. But prior to that, I've watched all the fights. Like I used to be a big Oscar De La Hoya fan. Shows you how old I am. Anyway, weekly chart. This is a horrendous end to the week. We are on pace to close at the lowest price for the week, which is bad. I mean, whenever a candle closes at the lows, it tells me that the next candle is very likely to go lower. It is very rare that the end of a trend is on a close. You know, like even over here, back on July 12th, we closed horribly, but at least we closed at a level of support being the moving average. And the following week, we did go significantly lower than that close, though we didn't break this close. There's almost nothing positive I can point to in this weekly chart. I don't know what other analysts are pointing to. I have nothing positive to say about this weekly chart. The RSI looks like it's ready to finally, you know, I'll create a low, and there's not going to be any divergence. The MACD, while it had a little bit of life in it, is now as bad as it potentially ever looked, like ever. Like this is the worst looking MACD for a bearish continuation trend as Bitcoin has ever had in its history on a weekly scale. And the CMF is approaching new lows, again, reaching the lows, the lights of which we have not seen. All right, you're going to draw or what? It doesn't want to draw again. Great. Yeah, see? I had this problem before. Well, I can mentally, project backwards. So we're already lower than these lows. And if we keep going, you got to go not to the front, but to the back of that. And that's like December 2014. I mean, this is unprecedented weakness. And the problem is that these oscillators on a weekly scale, they're not looking like they're ready to reverse. They're looking like they are ready for capitulation. It's like they're ready to burst down. And like we've never seen anything like this. This is as low as it's ever been. And it's just getting started. This is horrendous. Weekly chart. The halving will save us, but that's still like 2 years away. Man, you can only laugh about it. Hopefully you have some savings. But this is, wow. Even I didn't think the picture would look that bad. I just closed the chart. Let me bring that back. Control Shift. Let me bring that tab back. I hope this loads. I mean, I could disconnect and reconnect to the Wi-Fi. Let me try that. Oh, but then I might lose the signal. Shoot. So, like, the charts work, but like it's sticking away, but it doesn't want to load. So that means I can't pull up my 4-day Consensio chart. But that's okay. I'm sure it looks terrible as well. So we're just going to go to the daily chart. The daily chart looks horrible as well. I'm just going to stop the video, guys. Well, let's talk about something other than Bitcoin. I'm almost upset I don't have a short position on right now. It just looks horrible. Let me look at your live chat. I got like 5 more minutes. I mean, maybe the markets will rally on Monday, but I don't see how that would happen. My countdown, I'm speaking at this meetup in like 45 minutes. I still need to take a shower and get dressed and get over there. So I need to go. The financial summit, hopefully people will be able to afford this thing. I know it's expensive, but it's an incredible event. People are signing up, so that's good. Trying to get people to sign up before, price of Bitcoin crashes further. And Europe is completely decimated because they decided to cut off Russian energy and everything, and food and whatever else coming from Russia. So we'll see how Europe manages to go into the winter next year. News out of Argentina. A friend of mine sent me this just before the show. So the IMF is so scared of Bitcoin, they are mandating that countries take a stand against cryptocurrency in order to get loans from the IMF. So it's not bad enough. So the IMF is an organization that takes countries into debt and then bails them out to put them into more debt. The IMF is one of the most evil organizations in the world. They're right there behind the World Economic Forum. The World Economic Forum is a little more evil than the IMF, but they work together. So the IMF is probably the second most evil organization in the world, right behind World Economic Forum. Behind them, oh man, so behind them is a toss-up. It's either the World Bank or the Bank of International Settlements. Either way, all of those institutions will eventually go away, and we're all going to be using Bitcoin. But for now, if you planned on working with Bitcoin or crypto in Argentina, just know that your leaders would rather get a bribe from the IMF so that the inflation in your country skyrockets more, and you as a country go into more debt, because Argentina, no matter how many times they go into hyperinflation, still haven't figured out that if they only switch to sound money, they may stop the destruction of their financial system every single generation, or twice in a generation. It's great to see Gonzalo Lira back. He's posting a little too much, and it's hard for me to catch up. You can see which videos I've seen and which videos I still need to watch, but at least they're only 7 minutes long. And one more news item. The conspiracy theorists were right once again, and this is a medical study, a real study out of Israel, showing you that the number of cardiac arrests, and more importantly, well, maybe not more importantly, easier to quantify, acute coronary syndrome, because there's more numbers, right? So like not that many people have heart attacks, right? So the heart attack data is a little sparse, but the acute can't even pronounce it. Oh man. The acute coronary syndrome, which is basically it's a reduced blood flow condition, which is obviously more common than an actual heart attack. So you have bigger numbers and a bigger sample size. And you can almost do some TA on this, where you broke out above prior consolidated highs, and ironically, you broke out during their max vaccination protocol in Israel. So this purple line and this blue line, purple line is shot number 1, blue line is shot number 2, and this is the maximum number of people that took the shot. So this is like right at the height of people taking the shot. So right here where these lines cross is like the maximum number of people are taking a shot, either the first or the second, in combination. And there is a monster spike in problems with blood flow to your heart. All right, no one, you know, it's up to you really. Yeah, so and there was a good video on this as well. This one here, and of course it has a label misinformation, and it's a doctor like reviewing the paper and talking about it. I haven't actually seen it yet. I just saw the paper. I glanced through the paper. I need to watch the video. And yeah, right there, increased cardiac arrests in ages 16 to 39. You know, that age group where you're supposed to have all these heart problems, that 16 to 39 age group. There you go. All right, back to the charts. Well, here's some good news. On the 4-hour chart, we're about to have an MRI buy coming up. Though this is yesterday's data. Guys, my charts aren't updating. So what the hell is the price then? I mean, I saw that counter, the ticker thing. Yeah, it's 50. Yeah, oh, it's 35.4. So we're even lower now. So we're 35.4. We're at the lows. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this is correct. This is an accurate price. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you have a long position, just be ready. Be ready. Maybe buy some ramen noodles or something. Be ready. It's not good. It's not good. I don't think my premium. Yeah, my premium isn't showing. I'll have to take a look at that tomorrow. I'm gonna restart the Wi-Fi after I'm, because if I take the Wi-Fi down, I'm gonna lose the stream. So it doesn't matter. Well, it's the weekend, right? Nothing to say about the market. Rather than let's see how it opens. I'm not very bullish for the stock market as well. All right, that is it for me. When does the bull market restart? I'm pretty sure it's gonna restart later this year. I'm pretty sure it's gonna restart later this year. Probably even in the summertime. All right, and I talked about how markets end and how capitulation happens. All right, I'm late for my meetup. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. You can find me in London, and you can find me tonight if you're here in Panama. But other than that, you can find me in London, and I'll head there over the weekend. I think I fly out on the 14th to London. All right, guys. Thank you. Talk to you all next time.